couple days ago for that this week. There's always something to celebrate. You're celebrating a promotion at your work. You're celebrating that something good happened with your kids in school that day. You're just celebrating because it's Thursday and you feel like celebrating. That's the way I feel with this one-day only value that we're able to give you from Rastelli's. The price, I am not kidding, when you break down your servings between your 8 6-ounce sirloin steaks that they're giving you, and then your 2 full pounds of the sirloin tips, if you're basing these on 4-ounce servings over here, it is less than $5 a serving for all of the beef that you're getting in this offer, but that's only going to be until the end of the day. And 53985 is your item number. It is brand spanking new, and grab that easy pay because that's going to be expiring at the end of the day as well. Lock it into auto delivery before that price goes up also at the end of this day. We've got Ray Rastelli joining us, and he is the gentleman who began the company known as Rastelli's 40 years ago.
Yes,
which
40
is
years
so
ago.
hard to believe. I've met so many different members of your family. I've met your dad. I've met some kids. Like, I've met everybody, and I think to myself, you guys are doing this so right because your business grew from like the tiniest little Dixie cup of a shop.
Yes, that is right.
Essentially, it was
That's
so
right.
small, but your mantra from the very beginning was, if it's not good enough to give to my mother, I am not serving it to the people who walk through my front door.
That is so true, Sharon, and it's great to see you again. And I will tell you that people trust their butcher because when they bring a product home and put it on their plate at home for their family, they want to make sure their family's happy. So we have made sure for 40 years our customers come into the butcher shop every week and they're happy. And that's, you can see our butcher shop is just coming up here. So
I want you to look at this,
So,
because if you're not lucky enough to live in New Jersey where it's located, you wouldn't have access to this beautiful goodness right here.
Yes, and you can see our dry aging rooms, our wet aging rooms, and there's always a Rastelli member on hand to cut the product. You know, one of the key things is making sure that we got a trained butcher on staff. The product is right each and every time. But one of the things that's really critical, and this is what we do for the restaurants, is this product is aged minimally 21 days.
And you know what? I need to talk to you about that for a second, because a lot of people don't realize that is a crucial part of the process, and they are not getting aged steaks if they go to their regular local grocery store. And most people don't have a relationship with a local butcher like they used to because they're not as common. So for those of us who don't have that, I love that you're providing that service to us now across the country.
Yes, and you know, it's the same process that we give to every restaurant across the country that we sell. And these particular sirloin steaks, they're not just sirloin steaks, they're USDA certified Black Angus steaks. And what I love about these particular steaks, Sharon, is they're so versatile. And you know, we really worked hard with the QVC buyers to be able to give an offer that not only is included of our 8 beautiful steaks, but also the sirloin tips, which are steak. They're pieces of meat that are actually made from our steaks. And because of that, we made sure we give you recipe cards in the box that shows you really just how to best use those tips and how to best use those steaks.
And you know what? You can see a couple of them were just pulled off. If you're like, wait, where are those extra steaks? You literally just put these on the grill about 2 minutes ago.
And what I love about that is this steak will cook so quickly. And one of the reasons it is a nice lean steak. It does have marbling inside, but it has no fat on the outside of that steak. So you are going to eat from one end to the other just like you would if you were at a restaurant.
And the best part is you can see that the threads of marbling that run through the steak itself, because while there's no fat to worry about on the outside, that marbling melts in and creates flavor.
It really does. And the versatility, look at our beer chili that we created really with our sirloin tips here.
This is right here.
That beer chili is just, and it's a recipe you'll get with the box when it comes to your home.
On the recipe card.
On the recipe card. We've got steak ragu.
Love.
Here, which again, made with our tips. Then we took our steak and sliced it down here, and we actually made some nice Asian tacos.
You are killing me with that squeeze of lime on the beautiful medium rare sirloin steak. You're getting the recipe for that as well inside your order. And I need to let you know, your price is less than $80, but only until the end of the day. You've got 4 easy payments, but only until the end of the day. And a couple of smart people out there pick this up on auto delivery, because you get to lock in your price and your easy pay into auto delivery every 4 months for 1 full year, regardless of what happens to beef prices, regardless of what's happening in the market. Even if we never have this on the air again after today, they are already locked in and they are
Yes.
going to be first on the list to get it. So think about what you're getting here. I love the fact that it's also 6-ounce
Yes.
sirloin steaks, because a lot of people just want a little bit more than that traditional 4-ounce size, but they're not super thick, so they still cook up very quickly.
They do, and what's really nice about this 6-ounce steak, this is a steak that, because it is trimmed from one end to the other and has no fat at all in it, 6 ounces is a very, very healthy portion. In fact, you can cut that in half, and that 3-ounce portion without any fat on it is typically a 4.5 to 5-ounce portion that you would buy at a supermarket that has fat on it.
Right, you're absolutely right. You get to eat every single bite. You're not cutting anything off around the outside, and I need to show you a couple of ideas here. What's happening here?
So there, what we did is we just took our sirloin steak, we sliced the pieces off of that, and we made just a sirloin steak bruschetta. And it just goes such a long way. So you can see,
That's
we made an
gorgeous.
entire bruschetta there with less than 1/2 of one steak.
That's gorgeous. Less than 1/2 of one steak.
1/2 of one steak.
Oh my
yes.
gosh. And then this idea, this is kind of a classic, but a little bit dressier.
Yes.
With the way that the potatoes have been sliced, like the fingerling potatoes have been sliced in half. This just makes, whether you're doing this as a hearty meal for yourself or you're going to be serving it to your entire family, this is the perfect size, because I'm the steak salad girl. I mean, I know we're looking at veggies over here. This is kind of classically done like you would see it in a steakhouse, but I love that seared rare steak. I do this rare. You can do it medium. You can do it well. It'll still be juicy even if you cook it too well. I slice it on the diagonal and put those beautiful slices right on top of a cold, crisp salad.
Yes.
And I don't care what time of year it is. There is nothing like that.
You know, starting with a black Angus steak is really what's critical.
Yeah.
So we start with the very best. We then make sure we age this for minimally 21 days.
Right.
And then everything is hand trimmed. It's got a butcher's eye. It's individually packaged, and that's a really important piece. Not only are the steak individually vacuum packaged, so that you've got plenty of shelf life, actually 12 months, but we actually take the 1-pound package of cubes and we portion them into 1-pound units. So
There's a lot of recipes call for 1
for
pound.
1 pound, yes. No, 1 pound of sirloin tips goes a very, very, very long way.
So I want to talk about the tips here in just a second, but I do want to remind you about auto delivery, because your price is going up at the end of the day and your easy pay is going away at the end of the day. And the price on this will not be lower for at least 6 months, depending on whenever we have it on the air again. So to lock in your price, you'll get this every 4 months for 1 full year. All 8 of these 6-ounce steaks. Look at